My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
We acknowledge the traditional owners of country throughout Australia and recognise their continuing connection to land, waters and culture. We pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Welcome to This Song Is Yours, a music podcast where we chat to a new guest each week, talk about their life and creative endeavours and talk to them about some of the music they love. Our show works by chatting to our guests about music, but also getting them to make you a playlist of the songs they love. You can find the link to our playlist in the show notes. Welcome to episode 30. I'm your host, Simon Fink. Our guest today is Alex from Stone Submarines. The Russian psych-rock band have just released their latest single, Forever Mine. In today's episode, we're discussing the psych-rock scene in Russia, releasing AR games for charity, and his love for classic Flaming Lips. Here we go. Our guest today is one quarter of psych-rock band Stone Submarines. The band, who released the track Empty Vessel late last year, have returned with another slice of beautiful psychedelia, entitled Forever Mine. Please welcome to This Song Is Yours from Stone Submarines, Alex Shanin. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Simon. Thank you very much for having us. Well, not us, just me.
My absolute pleasure. Now, congratulations. The new single, Forever Mine, is out now worldwide. And it's the second bit of new music from yourself since the full-length record. What brought on this new song?
Well, we just we came up with the idea while jamming, and we just got to the studio after that. And well, the song was recorded. It was recorded in 2020 in December. But we just couldn't release it because of pandemic and stuff. So so we just had to wait, really. That's pretty much it.
The sound of the single is it's like a little bit of like psych or psychedelia or psych rock.
We love it.
And it wouldn't sound out of place with like Pond or Tame Impala. I find it very interesting because I feel like Russia is not known for its psychedelic kind of music. Where did is there a big scene over there in Moscow?
No, not really. I think it's just only us and a couple of more artists. The thing is that we generally feel like we are aliens because we sing in English, because we play the music that is not really popular in here. I mean, just not popular at all. And well, apart from the Tame Impala, because they are huge, they're just everywhere. But it's just because we don't want to go, mainstream. We don't want to, switch to rap or hip hop, which is also huge everywhere. We just want to do. We just want to play the music we love. So, and psychedelic is always, is just in our blood. And there is actually an interesting thing about Soviet Union times, because back in the 70s, we had a scene, and there were lots of interesting musicians playing psychedelic music. But like in comparison with the bands like Tame Impala or Pink Floyd or the bands like that, it just sound a bit differently. It's really hard to explain. It seems like the the Soviet Union musicians were using different gear, different equipment, so it sounded a bit different, but in the same time, it has a huge soul in it. It's like, and it feels like the people really loved what they were doing. Like, they were just, you can really feel there's like every piece of, every musician in the band's just, really into what. Yeah, it's like really hard to explain, but yeah. So I recently discovered that piece of music, and it's just beautiful, really. So we now got a couple of new songs, and think we'll get back to the studio by the end of April or May, and this time we want to use these kind of pieces and like get them all together, like to mix it with like modern psychedelia with pieces of the Soviet Union times, by adding more synths and stuff. And yeah, I think it would be really interesting to work on.
Definitely. It sounds like it's quite an interesting scene over there. Have you found it, as you said, the psych scene is only very small over there in Moscow and in Russia.
Yes, it is.
Have you found the interest from other countries from around the world in the band quite interesting?
Well, the UK definitely, yeah. Serbia, because Mitch is from Serbia, but yeah, Serbia is a beautiful country, and it's so. I played there a few times with my previous band, and they got really nice music festivals like Exit Festival, the big one. So yeah, we already in touch with them, and they love the bands. So yeah, we might play a couple of shows there later this year, like in August or something like that. Yeah, and maybe the States, because I have friends of mine living in Los Angeles and some from, and yeah, they're all in love with the new tunes, which is great.
The new music is, as mentioned before, it is quite, it's in that psych-rock kind of feel, but it's quite trippy while still being quite light and jangly. I'm curious how yourself and the other three guys, how did you meet and how did you decide to form a band?
We just met at the pub, really, over a pint. Yeah, we've known each other for ages. I had a band before. the band called The Rights. We used to play this kind of power pop ish, something like in between of the Clash and the Jam thing. Yeah, and I was busy with the bands because we were touring a lot in Europe and stuff, and I just had no time really to like for other projects. But the band split up in 2016, so I was desperately looking for something, for a new band to join, just because I just can't live without music. And yeah, so I just I found them. Really, we just met occasionally in a pub, and our singer Nick, he just said, like, Alex, just join us. We always wanted that. Just let's book a rehearsal right now.
I'm curious, as yourselves, I saw a live clip on YouTube. I think it was at the Vintage Studios where it was the four of you, and then you also had a few string players as well.
Yeah,
is that your usual touring setup, or is it usually just the four of you on stage?
Just four of us on stage, yeah. But we're really looking forward to, to hire a keyboard player. We definitely need it, and because now we play with the playback, which is now really good. I mean, not really. It does work, but yeah, we would rather, play with the live keys and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was just going to say it's always fun to playback's good when you need it, but it's always fun to have like live brass or live strings or keys when you're able to.
Yeah, I just listened to the interview by Ed O'Brien of the Radiohead, and he said, really interesting guy, and he said that they never played with a playback, and if you listen to of the Radiohead records, like I don't know, like OK Computer, you can hardly imagine that you can repeat it like on the stage, with the same sound. And so yeah, I think we definitely can do this. I mean,
This podcast is brought to you by eHarmony, the dating app to find someone you can be yourself with. Why doesn't eHarmony allow copy and paste in first messages? Because you are unique, and your conversations should reflect that. eHarmony wants you to find someone who will get you. How are you going to know who gets you? If people send you the same generic conversation starters they message everyone else. Conversations that actually help you get to know each other. Imagine that. Get who gets you on eHarmony. Sign up today.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
We will try to to find a keyboard player and just do it all live.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Without playback, yeah.
Has there been, because I'm not totally aware, what has lockdown been like in Moscow? Have you guys been able to play shows, or is it kind of all shut down at the moment?
We only been able to play 3 shows in 2020. We were like in a lockdown for let me think, for 3 months or something like that. I was actually sick. I was really sick in April 2020. I caught a COVID somehow. I don't know. I just went out to the shop to get something, and I just came back. And next morning, I just felt like I'm dying. So yeah, we were. It was really strict until August 2020. So, but nowadays it seems like the government just pretending it's not happening. It's like the COVID, it just doesn't exist because there's nothing like in the media, nothing, just nothing.
Yeah,
really.
Right.
And I think it's just it's just a strategy or something to draw people's attention to something else, because they can't just afford them to shut down again all the businesses and stuff, and so they play this game, tricky game.
It's a very fine line to walk, obviously, where you don't want to you don't want to go into lockdown, but you obviously want to keep people safe and do all of that.
Yeah. So, well, the all the clubs and the bars are now open, but we are now more focused on the recording new music rather than play shows, just because it's still not safe for the people. And
yeah, of course. Yeah. You said that you're going into the studio in April. Have you already got quite a number of songs ready to go, or do you find that you write more when you're actually in the studio?
We already got 4 of them, and we also got some tiny pieces we recorded just last year or in 2019, like something on the phone. I think it's definitely going to be 4 of them. but we will work on some more. I think we will come up with some more while being at the studio.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So another single that you released last year was Empty Vessel, which also came out with an interactive, I believe it was an AR game on Instagram.
Yeah.
Where did that kind of idea come from? Because it's slightly unique.
It's just, we had in 2017 we had a EP called Monster Wave, and we got this nice yellow submarine on it on the cover of the EP, octopus holding a yellow submarine. So, and I thought when I looked at the cover other day, I just thought that we definitely have to do something with these characters because they're just nice. I mean, the octopus is really nice, and then the submarine actually is just, yeah. So, and I thought of the cartoon or something like that. Mm-hmm. But then we came up with the idea to, just because of the first lockdown, I thought of the environment in general, just because, the plastic gloves and masks, they are non-recyclable. So I thought that it just would be nice to pay people's attention on it, like on this topic, just because it's going to be huge after a pandemic. And so we came up with the idea to create the AR game where the main character is the little submarine which is fighting against ocean pollution. So and the Empty Vessel track is playing behind it. So when I got the idea, I just wrote in a mail to my mates at Facebook, and it just said, like, do you think it's something that might interest you? And he said, well, it's just great, guys. Let's promote it properly and stuff. But by the end of the day, it's a bit complicated. I mean, the whole idea is a bit complicated just because, we've got so many pieces of the projects. It's like the COVID, the mask, the AI game, the COVID, the bands and stuff. So I think we will get back to this project, which is called Save the Ocean. Yeah, we will get back to this project this year, I think. But yeah, in a slightly different way. Because we still feel that we have to deal with that. I mean, we have to shout out loud about this problem, about plastic and about plastic pollution. So,
yeah, definitely. I was just going to say it was very admirable that it was tied into a charity, and that you were able to kind of release a single and release a game, which obviously is a fun aspect of it as well, but also have a really good cause behind it as well.
Yeah.
Alex, we usually also chat to our guests about music that they're currently listening to. Is there anything at the moment that's on repeat on your Spotify or on your CD player?
I've got a playlist on Spotify, which I listen to all the time. And there are so many different music in it. Currently, what I've been listening to... just let me check this out.
Yeah, no, of course.
Just really... Right. Flaming Lips was on repeat for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this album,
the new one, The King's Head.
Not the new one. Not the new one, but the one Soft Parade. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Soft Parade. Yeah. The one.
Yeah, an absolute classic.
Yes, I love it. I love this. I love this drums at the beginning of the album. It's just really is amazing.
I feel like the Flaming Lips almost tie into like they're very like early, like light psychedelia in a way.
Yeah, and also the new album by Nick Cave and Nick Warren is just really, I don't know, outstanding. Perfectly matched with the weather we have, you know, kind of a bit of a bit depressing and stuff, but it's just perfectly get together. I mean, the music and everything else outside.
That's very fair. Would you ever be interested in working with some of the? I know we've discussed like Flaming Lips or like Pond, or would you be interested in working with people like that?
Of course, definitely. Yeah, it's just a dream, really. You know, Tame Impala, Pond, King Gizzard, and then the Lizard Wizards, and yeah, just we would love to, really. So hopefully, you know, next year, maybe 2023. Yeah.
Hopefully, once all borders open up, because those are three Australian bands. Maybe we can try and get you guys down here to join as well, and then just do a big tour. That'll be fantastic.
That would be just fantastic. Yeah, we really are looking forward. Yeah.
So it'll be fantastic to be able to see you guys play live and play the songs live. No, my pleasure. Alex, thank you so much for your time today. I do appreciate it. As mentioned before, the single Forever Mine is out now, and hopefully we'll hear some of that new album maybe later in the year.
Later this year, definitely. Yeah. Thank you very much, Simon.
And that's our show. Thank you again to Alex and Stone Submarines. Their latest single, Forever Mine, is out now. We've included links in the show notes to their Spotify and to the Empty Vessel AR game. We also want to give a quick shout out to Stacey at Daydream Nation for helping out with today's interview. You can find a link to our Spotify playlist in the show notes, where you'll be able to listen to all of our previous guest playlists. If you like this show, please subscribe wherever you get your pods and stay up to date when new episodes are released. We release new shows each Thursday and Friday morning, with guest playlists streaming on Spotify at the same time. You can follow the playlist profile on Spotify, and you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Until next week, cheers.